From the G League to the Golden State Warriors roster to now a fixture of the starting lineup, Quentin Post has been incredible this season. His ability to really just utilize the tools that he has as a 7-foot big man, as well as really his just ability to control himself as one of the Warriors starters, specifically in the pick and roll, has been incredible. Let's get right into what I believe is making Quentin Post really a transformational player for the Warriors lineup and how he really showed that specifically with Jimmy Butler. Right here, it's early in the game. We have Buddy Hield against Kobe White. He drives into the lane. And what you see here is Quentin Post is right here. Now, in the last video, we showcased how Quentin Post was kind of by the three-point line, kind of able to obviously finish around the rim. But here, I want to highlight one of his extension abilities or his superpowers he's getting right now, I'd like to say, in that mid-range shot. Did you see that shot? That shot is something he doesn't shoot often. That's not a shot he would have taken 2 games ago. That's not a shot you'd see so long ago. And I think that's important because this Warriors team is starting to fall in love a little bit with the mid-range shot. Just because Steph Curry has been creating so much. But this guy right here, Jimmy Buckets, I think he's a master of the mid-range and somebody that Jonathan Kuminga can really look at, someone that Quentin Post can really look at, that you really need to be able to score. Right here, Vucevic immediately is going to look at the driving Buddy Hield, and Buddy actually played really well this game. I want to commend him for that. But he leaves Quentin Post wide open, and Quentin realizes, hey, I can back all the way to the three-point line and easily get off my awesome set shot. Buddy Hield realizes this. He kind of travels there. Buddy Hield seems to be kind of coming around here to get a three-point shot, maybe like a Steph Curry, but Quentin Post like, no, you're not Steph. You've been shooting like 3% from three-point land this season, so I'm going to take this one and I'm going to drain it. And that type of spacing that Quentin Post provides allows him to really be an offensive threat, unlike anything the Warriors have had. Now, this is the bread and butter, right, of the Warriors offense. You see Quentin Post already. He's going to start setting a screen right here, and Steph Curry probably goes around. You know, that's what the Bulls are expecting right here. And let's see what happens as we play this clip a little bit forward. Quentin Post sets the screen. It seems like the plan here essentially is to contain Steph Curry at all costs and really just double off the catch and make sure that there's help side defense from Giddey essentially as well, and make sure that basically we leave all the non-shooters open. And that's what they're doing with GP2 right here in the corner because they know he can't really shoot. So they're not really worried about that. So they try to double Steph right here. Steph Curry's gotten really good at kind of snaking this pass between both defenders just because Io has to come so far out because of Steph Curry's ability to shoot from really long range. So now Quentin Post is really in that Draymond Green type of situation. And I think him flourishing in this type of position on the court is going to be super important. You see Draymond here actually kind of going towards the other side and kind of trying to find an open lane. I think honestly staying under the basket would have been better, but we'll see what he kind of does right here. Quentin Post gets right here. He's wide open. Honestly, usually I feel like Draymond would have, if he was Draymond right here, would have made the pass to the corner. But this lineup, Quentin Post is actually one of the few shooters, especially if they're playing like GP2 and Draymond Green, their center has to be able to shoot. And so that's Quentin Post. And so that's one other thing he definitely gives the Warriors is just lineup flexibility. But he then again once shoots a mid-range shot, which is not something I think he would have shot a couple games ago. I think Steve Kerr has really empowered him in the starting lineup. Hey, you can find your shot multiple ways. If you're shooting well, if you feel like you're in flow, please take the shot. Now, one of the most concerning things, and probably the reason you didn't see Quentin Post on the Warriors at the start, is just his inability to play defense. He was a big-footed big, and sometimes when you have huge feet like him, it's really tough to actually not foul people. And we saw that with Wiseman a lot, I feel like, on the Warriors. But this game, I feel like we really saw a coming out party for him and how he does it. Right there, you see that big-footed big, really be big-footed. He's really confused on the off defensive end and allows for a wide-open three-point shooter from Jalen Smith. But he doesn't make that mistake too often throughout kind of the rest of the game. Right here, what you see here, GP2 misses the shot. We have Quentin Post grab the rebound, something that the Warriors have been really great at this season, kind of looks towards pods. But remember, he kind of has it cooking a little bit this game from the mid-range. He kind of goes around, takes advantage of the mismatch over Giddey, and kind of finishes over it. And I think that's honestly something I think Jimmy Butler will bring to this team, the mismatch attacking. And that's something I think that other players, Quentin Post, Jonathan Kuminga, can really learn from. Now, getting back to that defensive end that I think is so important right here, look at Post kind of close the distance and essentially dissuade the drive from Kobe White. Then right here, we have Vucevic, who essentially is wide open, and he's a three-point shooter. So I think Post had to close out to him because he was afraid of the three. And Post is a little bit beat off the dribble, keeps his hands up, keeps vertical, doesn't foul him, understands where his help is, kind of from the other side of the court, and then maintains his structure to himself. And he continues to slide and he's able to get that block. And I think that's really the defensive evolution that we're seeing, even in just the couple of minutes played. Earlier, he let a wide open shooter from three. Here, he closes out well, is able to continue to maintain his form without fouling, which is huge, something James Wiseman still can't do to this day. And he manages to block the shot. Obviously, Vucevic ends up getting the rebound, but to have a shot blocker on the Warriors is just kind of incredible. Something we haven't seen really in a long time. I'd say since Andrew Bogut. KD kind of did some of that role, but I would say he wasn't exactly the best at it. Right here, we have Jimmy Buckets. He has the ball on Kobe White. Clear mismatch. Vucevic immediately realizes, oh, wait, he's mismatch attacking. I got to help here. But Jimmy knows this guy named Post, he's pretty good. He's going to deliver the ball into the basket just like a good postman would. And so he makes the nice, easy pass. And even though there's someone in his face, I think Quentin Post kind of set up that shot even before he got it. Jimmy Butler delivered the perfect pass. And I think they'll actually have a great time working together because Jimmy likes to operate kind of in the mid-range area of the court, whereas Quentin Post can operate really well by the three-point line, which is going to be super important as they succeed a little bit more. This is one of the last plays we have right here. We have Quentin Post in transition, already knowing his job. Okay, transition. There might be only one person looking at Steph Curry, so I got to get him open as much as possible. I got to set the screen on the first guy, even if it's really far out, because Steph has that type of range. Right here, Steph wide open. I think that is key. Steph wide open right here because Quentin Post decided to set that great screen. He's not going to get trapped here, which leaves a lot of options. So essentially, they have to split the difference, and it kind of leads the defense into disarray. He's like, okay, you need to go here, actually. I don't really know what I'm doing. Vucevic is like, what the heck's going on? So at least Quentin Post wide open. Nobody really has good momentum to really block his shot at all. He's able to set it up and score. And that's kind of the awesomeness that Quentin Post provides on the offensive end. He's a three-point shooting big. He's a guy who's really working on his handle and his ability in the mid-range, which is something that's awesome to see. And then third, but maybe most importantly, his defensive end continues to improve as he gets minutes as a starter for the Golden State Warriors. If you guys liked a little bit of this video and like a lot of this Quentin Post content, please feel free to like and subscribe. We need all the support we can get and love you guys continuing to watch this film review. Thank you.